up, guys? Welcome to your daily dose of Joseph. I'm your host, Joseph, JsdMaNintendo. In the last episode, we had a lot of cutscenes and a lot of background, such as George's mom being a douche and just tearing him up. Emily's dad was apparently never around, although her mom was apparently awesome. And I think George said something else, but I don't remember exactly what. Anyways, in this episode, we are going to be doing something, I don't know, they didn't really give me a clear, direct objective this time, so I'm not sure what to do. I have no limit or anything, so that means I'm not exactly doing anything, but there's a waypoint, so I assume that means you gotta go to it. Alright, apparently he's got something to talk about.
Remember? How many years ago was it now? That multiple homicide of young girls in that college town in Illinois. All the victims were cut open from the throat to the crotch. Ripped right open. During the autopsy, a second stomach was found inside the first victim's body. Of course, she didn't naturally grow a second stomach. One of the stomachs belonged to someone else. As more victims piled up, there was one with 2 hearts, one with 2 livers, 4 lungs. Different organs each time.
Of course, those extra organs didn't do the girls much good, right, Zach?
And they say too much is never enough. In the end, we arrested a professor at the med school. They found the body of his daughter dead and the missing organs at his house. You remember what he said when we took him in? I was ordered to restore those deformed bodies back to normal. And remember who he said ordered him? An alien. Well, of course, we couldn't arrest an alien, so we arrested the professor instead. Serial killers can't be caught by logic and common sense. I learned this the hard way. That first case taught me that. Since then, these cases just keep getting more and more complicated. It's a tough job. I thought getting experience while I was young would make the job easier.
That's just disgusting. Thanks for sharing, man. Anyways, I think this is the hotel. I should have just drove into the spotlight thing,
Zach,
but
is there something here
whatever.
that you want to check out? Well,
Guess
I'll
we
join
can
you
just
if you
run to
like,
it now.
but I do need...
QWERTY.
Zach, let's go over our progress. From what Olivia told us, and the sketchbook we found at Becky's house, Nick and Diane became our primary suspects. There were a couple of reasons for this. First, Becky gave the missing locket to Diane. Also, Nick has no alibi for when Anna and Becky were killed. We followed Nick to the art gallery, which led us, unfortunately, to our third victim. The third victim, Diane, was strung up in the entrance hall of the art gallery. Her hands were tied and a knife was sticking out of her chest. However, there was a marked difference from the previous crimes. Do you remember what that was, Zach?
I'm not sure. Multiple bodies, no murder weapon. It was right after the crime. Oh, yes!
That's right. Diane was still alive. This suggests that very little time had passed since the crime was committed. Which means the criminal was still close by. It was someone near the scene. There are 2 possible candidates. Nick, who was knocked out in the entrance. Zach, who was the other person?
Gabe Newell. Or you could call him Kaysen if you want.
That's right. Kaysen. We followed Willie, good dog, all the way to him. Kaysen's statement came out as follows. He and Diane were in a physical relationship. That was why he visited the gallery. The two were in the middle of such a meeting when Nick showed up. Diane lost her cool and shoved Kaysen up in the basement. Now, what did Kaysen hear when he was locked up?
He heard people walking around in man's boots. Footsteps of boots.
That's it. The sound of boots passing by. Nick was wearing boots that day. Which means it was likely that Diane met with Nick in her room. Nick said he argued verbally with Diane about her playing around with men, but they eventually decided to go out drinking to make up. However, immediately after that, Nick was attacked by someone in the entrance hall and knocked unconscious. We saw the rest.
Zach, do you think that Nick is our serial killer?
Yes. No. I don't know. Look at his yes face. Yes. No. I don't know. I want to say no to this one.
Me too. Usha sent in a report too. He found a large volume of red seeds in Diane's stomach. This confirms her as a victim of the Raincoat Killer. Remaining leads. There's the locket, which is in Carol's possession. The man with the tattooed back, and the upside-down peace sign. There's a lot left to answer. I hope the coffee will give us more guidance tomorrow.
Zach, what did you think about George pouring his heart out? I was surprised. It's the end of a monarchy.
And he called me York instead of Agent Morgan. Emily? What's going on? Do you know what time it is?
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep, so I was drinking alone.
My mother was a very kind woman. She always smiled so brightly, baked cakes and cookies every day. She'd say that I needed the sugar because I spent so much time thinking. My father was always quiet. We never talked much. He was a federal agent, just like me. And he was hardly ever at home. The only words he ever had for me were harsh ones. I had a vivid imagination, and I remember he once said this to me. There are plenty of crazy things in this world. You don't have to go dreaming them up. And it's my job to make sense out of them. One day you'll understand what I'm saying. My father was one of the first to ever use criminal profiling to catch bad guys. And so now I'm doing exactly the same job that he did. Like father, like son.
Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
Mind if it's something personal?
Fire away.
Who's Zach?
Zach is a friend of mine.
Oh, so you do have friends.
Yeah. He's my only friend.
What kind of person is he then?
Well, I've never seen his face. But he's always with me, and we discuss everything.
When did you become friends?
A long time ago. Back when I was a child. I was 7. I woke woke up one morning to hear my mother crying in the living room. This wasn't normal, so I headed in to see her. My father was there pointing a gun at my mother. I was so scared. I closed my eyes, so I don't remember much more. But I do remember the words my father said to me. At times we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love. When I came back to my senses, they were both dead. He shot my mother and then killed himself.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. Zach's with me. It was around that time that we became friends.
I'm here. I'm with you, he said. I'll be here always. We can get through this together. Quite aside from that terrible scene in front of me, that voice seemed to make me calmer. And here we are, working together, getting through things.
This is the first time I've ever told anyone about this. I wonder if Zach will get angry.
That's a sad story. But I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I'm sure there was a reason for what your father did.
I know. I think maybe I became an agent to find out why he did what he did.
Oh yeah, York, I forgot to thank you.
Thank me? For what?
You saved my life. If you didn't save me at the gallery, I would have died along with Diane.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
What did you just say? Useless? I was never expecting to hear you say that. Huh. There might be a modest guy in you after all.
Finally, you noticed? You're a little slow, aren't you?
Maybe hopeless, but not useless.
Zach, do you think Emily got home safely?
Anyway, I think it's more serious of a situation than I thought. Do you remember? Our conversation with Emily. She's really interested in you. I think she's starting to have certain feelings for you.
If that's the case, Zach, you and I are rivals. This is a very serious situation indeed.
Well, if it comes to that, let it be a fair fight. Agreed?
Thomas! Thomas! Let me out of here! Come on, please! Just a moment. Hate it in here, Thomas. I think I'm going mad. I know you're there! Come on, please! Thomas! 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 Thomas!
Well, I'm not sure what to think anymore. I really have nothing to say to that. Except York doesn't realize he's crazy. That's all I got. But, that's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed. There wasn't much of me in it. There was more of them, but it's gotta happen. I don't want to keep you here for too long. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.
Previously during the investigation.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
Agent York, Nick is leaving the bar.
Wait! She's still alive.
Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames. Emily, hurry!
You saved my life.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
What's up, guys? Welcome to your daily dose of Joseph. I'm your host, Joseph, JsdMaNintendo, and we are back again with Let's Play Deadly Premonitions, and we are back inside York's mind, which is rather uncomforting. And from what I see, there are 4 doors around here, so I'm gonna start with this one since this is the one we started looking at. I'm gonna go through here. Oh crap! It's Silent Hilling me, isn't it? Through there it'll just be a straight walk, through there it's a straight walk, and you know, it looks like that from every direction actually. So let's just go ahead and I'll just keep picking them at random. Left. What the? Suddenly a table. What the heck? Angel Isaiah. Screw those kids. Let's just go straight, actually. Anything. Right! Yes, go to the right. Nothing. I'm gonna follow this bush. Oh! Who are you? That's probably his pee-pop, isn't it? No, that's Harry. Who the heck is this person? That's Harry without his mask. You can tell by the things on his neck.
Open this door. There is no turning back. You still want to enter?
Yes, I am going alone.
It's better than staying here.
Very well then. Look carefully, boy. At times, we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love.
Mr. Morgan, do you want a refill?
Yes, thank you.
Is the coffee that good, Mr. Morgan?
Coffee is a vital, investigative tool. I know exactly what to do now. It says to hurry, and the first letter of each line is H-A-R-R. Let's go pay the problematic rich boy who owns half of the town a visit. Polly, I think I'm going to go see Harry today.
Oh, really? He's a little strange, but I think he's the most trustworthy one around here. I think you'll have fun with him.
If you say so, Polly, then we probably will.
Of course! Now, give me your cup, and I'll give you some more coffee.
I'll see you later, Polly.
Mr. Morgan! What about the coffee? Don't you want a refill? Your coffee!
Well, that's pretty interesting. He's apparently against getting his coffee refilled. Maybe if I buy something from here, it'll, yeah, cool. It's like a shop, but for food. I just buy it, and that makes my life easier. Wait, food doesn't restore health, so actually I don't care. Just wasted my money. But I'm rich, so it's pretty fine. What's going on, Kaysen?
Hey, am I still a suspect?
No.
Okay, well, good. My wife and I have been living separately for over 3 years now. Diane, she's a single woman, so there shouldn't be a problem.
That's true.
I feel so bad for Diane, though. Gosh. Did you find out who did it?
I can't discuss that.
Yes, of course. I understand. You don't have to tell any of the folks around town about me and Diane, do you?
No, I won't do that. But it's a small town. I'm sure the rumors have started already. Nothing to be ashamed of, right? What's there to worry about?
Nothing in particular. No, nothing at all. I'm clean as the sheets in this hotel. What's with that look? We don't have a problem, right?
It looks like Kaysen is involved with another woman in town. We can only hope it isn't Emily.
That would suck! But anyways, let's hopefully proceed out here without getting... Yes, good. Nobody's stopping us this time. I'm not sure where to go from here. Where do they want me to go? I'm assuming that there will be a cutscene.
York, I can't find Thomas. Was he here?
No, I haven't seen him. Have you tried the radio?
I've been trying, but he's not answering.
What about Nick?
No problem with him. He's calmed down a little. He's still saying he didn't do it. Nick said that Thomas disappeared sometime during the night. He kept calling for him, but Thomas stopped responding. I'm a bit worried. George has asked for permission to search for Thomas.
I understand that things have been hard for Thomas, but surely he's just resting at home. But I'm not against looking for him. Tell George that he has my blessing.
Okay. As far as I know, Thomas always calls in when he needs a day off.
We're human, and so we are limited. As far as you know, there haven't been any serial killings here before, right?
That's right, but that's not...
Emily, I'm going to see Harry today.
What? Why? We have plenty of other leads to follow, don't we?
He did invite me over, though. It would be bad manners not to accept.
Are you really an FBI agent? I think the FBI would take a more logical approach to investigations.
But Emily, a serial killer does not stay within the boundaries of logic. Thus, you can't hope to capture such a killer using only logic. That's why I'm going to see Harry. You go with George and find Thomas.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Great. Thanks.
I was an idiot for thinking he might be a good pick. I really need to work on my taste in men.
Well, that's about all the insults I can take for one episode. That's harsh, Emily. So, sorry about this episode being a short one. It gotta happen like this. It was cutscene heavy, I know. But I will see you guys next time.